In the vast, shimmering expanse of the South Pacific Ocean, a scattering of emerald jewels lies upon a sapphire sea. These are the Solomon Islands. They are an archipelago, a nation of nearly 1,000 islands, stretching east from the shores of Papua New Guinea. Here, volcanic mountains rise steeply from the ocean, cloaked in dense, humid rainforest. Coral reefs, some of the richest on our planet, fringe these islands, intricate gardens of life. This remarkable place is more than just a collection of land masses. It is a tapestry woven from deep time, human endurance, and the ceaseless creativity of nature. The islands themselves are a testament to the powerful forces that shape our world. Formed by the slow, inexorable collision of tectonic plates, they are geologically young and alive. Some are high, mountainous islands with fast-flowing rivers that carve deep valleys on their journey to the coast. Others are low-lying coral atolls, fragile rings of sand and coconut palms that barely rise above the waves. This diversity of landscape has given rise to an extraordinary diversity of life. Countless species of birds, insects, and reptiles, many found nowhere else on Earth, inhabit the forests. Below the water's surface, the coral reefs teem with a dazzling array of fish and marine invertebrates, a vibrant metropolis of the ocean. To understand the Solomon Islands is to understand the profound relationship between people and their environment. For millennia, human life here has been shaped by the rhythms of the ocean, the bounty of the forest, and the challenges of living on isolated islands. Communities have developed unique cultures, languages, and traditions, all intricately linked to the specific places they call home. The sea is not a barrier, but a highway, connecting islands and people. The forest is not an obstacle, but a larder, providing food, medicine, and materials for shelter and art. This deep, intimate knowledge of the natural world is the foundation upon which the human story of these islands has been built. Today, on this 15th day of October in the year 2025, the Solomon Islands stand at a crossroads. The pressures of the modern world are felt here as keenly as anywhere. Global economy, climate change, and shifting cultural landscapes all present new and complex challenges. Yet, the story of this archipelago is not one of fragility alone. It is also a story of remarkable resilience, of adaptation, and of hope. To explore the history of these islands is to witness a microcosm of our planet's own journey, a continuous narrative of survival and renewal that holds valuable lessons for us all, wherever we may live. The human story of the Solomon Islands begins with one of the greatest feats of exploration in our history. Long before European navigators dared to cross the great oceans, a remarkable people set out into the vast unknown of the Pacific. Around 3,000 years ago, voyagers known to us as the Lapita people arrived on these shores. They were masters of the sea, navigating by the stars, the ocean swells, the flight of birds. In great outrigger canoes packed with families, plants, animals, they traveled from islands far to the west, island hopping across immense distances across this water world. These early settlers were pioneers, skilled farmers who cultivated taro and yams, planting gardens and forest clearings. They brought pigs and chickens, reshaping island ecologies and diet. Their distinctive pottery, intricate faces, lines, and circles stamped before firing, is a cultural signature found from New Guinea to Samoa. Practical vessels, yes, but also symbols of a rich ceremonial life and a shared identity carried across the waves. Their descendants diversified, languages multiplied, traditions blossomed, yet core skills and strong community bonds endured. In 1568, a Spanish expedition under Álvaro de Mendaña, Ineira, made landfall and named the archipelago Islas Salomón. Misunderstanding and violence marked the encounters. After months of skirmishes, the Spanish departed with little gold. For 2 centuries, Europe lost the islands. Later, French and British vessels, whalers, traders, and missionaries returned. The era saw blackbirding, Islanders kidnapped to labor on distant sugar plantations. In the late 19th century, Britain declared a protectorate, later expanded to today's borders, with administration based at Tulagi. British order suppressed warfare and headhunting while enabling plantation economies. European firms cleared land for copra. Cash work disrupted village life as churches spread education and medicine, reshaping beliefs. In 1942, Japan occupied Tulagi and began an airfield on Guadalcanal, threatening U.S.-Australia lifelines. On August 7, 1942, U.S. Marines seized the airstrip, launching a brutal 6-month campaign by land, sea, and air. Islanders suffered grievously, yet served as scouts, laborers, and coast watchers whose courage proved decisive. By February 1943, Japan withdrew. The tide of war turned. War spurred new ideas and identity. Movements pressed for self-rule as Britain devolved power. On the 7th of July, 1978, the Solomon Islands became an independent nation. Today, the Solomon Islands is a young and vibrant nation, home to a growing population of over 700,000 people. The majority still live in rural villages, tied to subsistence farming and to fishing much like their ancestors. The economy depends on the natural world. Forestry, industrial fishing, small-scale fishing, and the nation's vast ocean territory. Mining has potential, especially gold and nickel. Tourism draws visitors for world-class diving and historic World War II sites. Scattered communities make transportation hard and communication difficult and complicate healthcare delivery and education access. The economy is vulnerable to global commodity price swings. Perhaps the most existential threat is climate change, sea level rise, stronger cyclones, and damage to crops and infrastructure. Still, the true wealth is the people and their culture. Over 70 languages are spoken here. Culture shows in music, dance, and craftsmanship, wood carving, and shell money production.